back to Lombardi Sweep. And let's start the show off like this. So if you are listening, go to the Flurry Sports YouTube channel, go to Twitch, go to the Lombardi Sweep Facebook page. Trevor, Luke, take your hand, put it up like this. Okay. And then turn it around a little bit, have the palm facing you. Then go ahead, pat yourself on the back. Because that's what we deserve this, because a lot of people in the Packers sphere, Packers fan base, have been doing a lot of that lately, saying that, hey, you know what? I think Matt LaFleur is not great. You know what? I think Jordan Love's not very good. People are coming to conclusions of the most obvious takeaways, and we've been there for a while. So we can take a little victory lap in what is a terrible Week 11 to be a Green Bay Packer fan, it feels like. Take a little solace in that. At least we could say, hey, we were right. That's fun.
That's the music.
Thing to do. You know what? I could hit this music. Once it goes, is loading. That's probably because it's a 30-minute track.
Is this the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Yeah. I mean, what other music do I got? I got the.
There it is.
What is that? Abilene Christian type song.
Yep.
Gross.
There we go.
Watch your mouth.
Gross.
Okay. I will say, great bit talking about John Cena with Edmund Fitzgerald song behind it. That was fantastic. But
I mean, 'tis the season. I mean, 50th anniversary at that too. So we'll turn that off for now, but we may have to bring it back at some point.
Can I just...
Oh, you're Trevor Land.
Huh?
Says Eric. That's okay.
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
Eric. Yeah, shout out Eric. Sorry, Trevor.
I haven't talked to Eric in a
So
while. I have a question. Nope. All right.
Okay.
I have a question.
I was rehired. There's nobody
else. Get into kind of things that maybe are being whatever. Great Lakes are like pretty cool. Like when you think about it.
I guess you could say they're great.
Like I did a deep dive into it, and they're like anomalies of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They are wild.
Yeah, they are.
I think they're great.
They're like
how
mini
would you? We might as well not talk about the Packers. So let's do a power ranking of the best Great Lakes.
Yep. It's like Michigan won. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves.
I would say yes, but I'm probably biased because I lived on Lake Michigan my entire life.
Oh no, man. I'm a Lake Superior guy.
I do
Superior is definitely 2. I will say that.
Like the fact that it can cover the whole Americas in 1 foot of water is crazy.
Yes. Yeah, and it changes. I mean, Lake Michigan does it a little bit to an extent, but it changes everybody's weather. It fucks everybody up. There's a lot of weird shit. There's sharks in Lake Superior. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
I guess UFOs are kind of Michigan too. But is there?
Yeah, for sure.
Is the lack of big cities on Lake Superior bring it down in the rankings?
To me, it brings it up, but that's a personal preference, I'm sure.
Okay, because it feels like when we talk about the Great Lakes, it feels like Lake Michigan is really the hub of. You got the Milwaukee, you got the Chicago, you got whatever's on Michigan side. That feels like where everything kind of collects.
Erie too.
I guess, yeah.
Michigan more so, but Erie's got some stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Huron.
No.
Wasn't Erie the one that was on fire though? I don't think you can be a Great Lake and literally burn at the same time.
I assume, just knowing everything I know about it, I don't know the story, but that seems correct.
And does anyone even know anything about Lake Ontario?
No.
Not great.
Yeah.
I assume. I would replace it with Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is really a 2-horse race in this.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. 100%. That's not even close. So
I do like
1A, 1B, doesn't matter.
I like the idea of Lake Superior more than I like the idea of Lake Michigan.
Lake Superior is a magical place.
It
in
is.
my personal opinion. It's my favorite place on earth.
Yeah.
North Shore of Lake Superior. South Shore, you can skip South Shore. There's a lot of shit in South Shore. A lot of mental illness. Take care of yourself, South Shore. But
now, this may not be the best reference, but Lake Superior is the Von Miller of the Great Lakes. It's up to something. You never know what, but it's up to something.
It always is. And you know what else? It's because of all the people that come in and out of Lake Superior. And speaking like the Russian ships that keep dumping oil in there. We
Right.
need to start headshotting these guys. I'm
Yep.
sick of it.
Wasn't there? Didn't there used to be a shark in there at one point?
Multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's sharks in there. There's all kinds of invasive species now because of those different freighters. I'm going to assume the Russian ones. I assume they were the ones that brought them over.
Like there are hurricanes in Lake Superior. Not quite hurricanes, but
Yeah.
Midwest
Somewhat.
hurricanes.
There's enough like surface area to do shit. Yeah.
Shout out
There's a lot
to
of-
Gerald, man.
Yeah, and the 29 lives, and now they ring the bell 30 times because of Gordon Lightfoot too. Rest in peace.
Right.
He would give Stephen A. a run for his money.
For sure.
His money for presidential race for sure. And it wouldn't even be close. Gordon would get the vote. Lake Superior also, you got all kinds of stuff. You got that one lake or that one island, Isle Royal,
Yeah.
where they do like national studies on it because it freezes out in the winter, and then wolves and moose live there together.
Mm-hmm.
They walk out there, and then it melts, obviously, and then there's just moose and wolves on this island. All kinds of cool shit. Weird shit. Let's talk about the Packers.
Let's do it. It's a lot.
Packers are unfortunately on Lake Michigan, so we can talk about that. 10-7. Packers lose the game. What a great start to the show. There really isn't much to say, and then we can talk about the game against the Giants too. Then we have a bunch of film we can watch. We're going to watch a lot of the All-22 and just figure out what specifically went wrong. Who, at the end of the show, this is the only mission for us, guys. There's a lot of finger pointing, and we have to decide ultimately who are we going to point the finger at.
Okay.
One entity.
Okay.
And it may not be the big two. We'll figure it out. We'll get to the bottom of it. And you know what? Could be us.
Might be us.
Maybe we're the problem. We'll self-scout. I'm not above it. It happens.
I had one note that I had from this game. Philadelphia Eagles media. One of the guys, they serve hot dogs up in the press box. Was eating it with a fork and knife.
That's bad.
Really? That feels like a Schneidman move. Was he wearing Eagles gear?
Eagles gear.
Was Schneidman wearing Eagles gear?
Oh, he was not. No.
Was there a lot of stuff on the hot dog?
Nope. He had ketchup and beer mustard as like you dip chicken nuggets in.
That's you should have taken your phone out. Because what's he gonna do? Tell you to delete it?
Right. Well, here I was shoving a huge hot dog, just like beer mustard dripping down my hand, just down my throat while he was doing that.
Now,
I believe it.
My takeaway is kind of like that. It's also not at all about the game. I love seeing the videos of like Philly fans go to a place where people just aren't assholes all the time. They're like, everybody's so nice here. It's so weird. It's like, yes, you're the problem. They're like, somebody needs to call me like a dickhead. It's like, yeah, your city is the problem. You are the scrunge of the earth. Like, figure that out.
We had boots on the ground. My dad was hanging out with all the Philadelphia fans in town this weekend. Said they were great people.
Nice. I'll take that. That's good. There's a lot of them. We talked about it last show. I didn't know like how they would travel, and I still don't know how they travel for most places, but they travel to Green Bay. That's for sure.
I think there's a sect of Eagles fans in Green Bay. I have a couple of buddies who I've known, probably 10, 15 years or whatever. They've been Eagles fans their whole lives, so I don't know where that comes from, but I think there's a little sect here of Eagles fans.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like stemming from Andy Reid going there? I don't know. Not that Andy Reid was a huge fan favorite in Green Bay, but
no. I mean, to be fair, Eagles fans are more NFL historians than a lot of teams, I would feel like. So they would definitely make it a trip more than, Carolina.
For sure. Maybe they're just like Reggie White day ones.
Maybe.
They followed him. They moved here when he did.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to break down like an Eagles history, like who are like if you like maybe you hook onto a player, but I feel like Eagles don't really have that many fun players. Like I guess Reggie White is fine, but like in terms
I'm just thinking like from the area, because I don't think there's really any like Wisconsin based.
I guess Zach Bond's there now, but
but yeah, that's weird. That's odd. I'm not sure. But yeah, so not a good game. Obviously, national media wise, everything is hitting the fan. Shit's hitting the fan. Depending on who you're talking about, I would say 85-15% would be blame pointed in terms of LaFleur versus Love, in terms of national media, would be my guess. I think that's fair, but I don't think anyone at the current moment, temperature gauge on these two, I don't think anyone's really overly optimistic on either of them. We had Green Bay media asking LaFleur if he's coaching for his job. This is with a winning record. They were the number 1 seed 2 weeks ago. They had the last seed in the playoffs at the current moment. So everything is crumbling and falling apart. And this week, Packers play the Giants. The Giants just fired Daboll, so they get that fired coach's bump. They're not playing a rookie. They get Jameis Winston. It's a dangerous game.
Daboll should have been on staff yesterday.
For Green Bay?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that'd be great.
Right.
Give him at quarterback. I don't give a fuck.
Give him some
any position he wants.
Assistant to the communication officer, and just let him tell you everything about the Giants. Like, that needed to happen as soon as he got fired.
I'm just nervous he goes back to Buffalo.
Oh, didn't even think of that.
That's what I don't want. He can go anywhere. I'd love him in Green Bay. That'd be fantastic. But we shall see. Baxter, man, what an ugly game. Is the Philly D that good, or is the loss of Kraft that big? Seemed like the offense for the Packers could do nothing. I think a little of both.
A little both with, I think, some other things mixed in there.
Is the loss of Kraft big? Yes. Is the Packers offense bad with Kraft even? I think yes. Is the Philadelphia defense good? Yes. So, bad storm, complete shitstorm. And the Eagles came off a bye to play the Packers as well. Can't forget about that. I mean, there's a lot of things culminating into just what we saw on Monday Night Football. Both defenses showed up, though. And, you could say flip side. It's not like the Eagles are feeling good about their offense. Is the Packers defense that good, or is the Philadelphia offense that bad? A little of both.
Yeah. I mean, the defense was certainly great.
Yeah, you can't blame the defense for anything. Did they have bad moments? Yes, but give up 10 points, that's a win 10 times out of 10. And then somehow we found that 11th time. Randy, that's what happens to the Packers. You tell us. Or is it just what we've been saying for 3 years? Who knows? Do we need to pat ourselves on the back again? Go back to the beginning of the stream. That's your answer. Us three.
Go back to
so
when we were talking about who the next head coach would be of the Green Bay Packers.
We've had it would be nice to have a little timeline of events, I would say. Because we were talking about who would be the next head coach. We were disappointed. And then Joe Barry gets hired as defensive coordinator. We're saying needs to go. Then he gets fired. That's good. Then we get there's been monumental moments in it. It's always been followed up by disappointment, obviously. The Rodgers situation obviously was massive. Yeah. I don't know. Are we approaching the end of an era, or is this era going to continue into next year still? That's the question.
What era?
The LaFleur era.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we're in season 8 of The Office right now.
Yeah. This is what I'll say coming up with this week. We're facing a team that freshly fired their head coach. Mm-hmm. A team that is now, all of a sudden, they're not playing for this year. They're playing for next year. Their eyes, their ears are fully open. And the Packers have one person on staff who's expected to be a very popular head coaching candidate for next year. So, if the Packers defense pitches a shutout, they go crazy. Hafley is going to be getting an interview for the Giants for sure if that happens. And this is where it's interesting because Ed Policy and the Packers will have to make a decision. What is more important, retaining LaFleur or retaining Hafley? Because I think there's a chance they fire LaFleur potentially slightly early, just to promote Hafley in order to keep him in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
I think so too. Just through Snapchat, I Snapchatted one of my friends. She's had season tickets for a while. She's like, I would say the stereotypical Packers fan. Like, she doesn't think that everything they do is great, but she's like with everybody else, kind of slower to judge people, right? I just sent back, sounds like we need a new head coach, expecting to see something back. And she's like, no shit, about time. So obviously one fan doesn't speak for everybody, but, there are a lot of people that are on the Packers bandwagons that are like, what's going on? Because it's not losing to the Panthers and the Browns and the Eagles. It's how you've lost to those teams.
I think it's,
and like you said, Halfley's been great. So
yeah, I think it's your defense has given up 18 or less points 4 times, and your team is 1-3 in those games.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm not saying we should fire LaFleur, and I'm definitely not saying we should promote Halfley. But I'm just thinking in the mind of the front office, because, again, my personal opinion is LaFleur is not to blame for the offense. However, I think LaFleur is to blame partially for the development of Jordan Love. I do think it's a lost cause, but I think he's partially to blame there. I think he's to blame for a lot of game management stuff. I never thought he's a good head coach, still don't. I don't necessarily think Halfley's going to be a good head coach. Like, if the Packers move on from LaFleur, he's not my top choice. But if he's how long have the Packers been searching for a good defensive mind? And now they got one. And I think they would jump the gun a little bit just to keep him in town. And the stars are aligning enough. They didn't re-sign LaFleur, extend LaFleur, right? He still has one more year on his contract after this year, but they are perfectly fine cutting 1 year of coach's salary. If it was 2 years, I don't think they'd do it. They're fine eating 1 year. They've shown that in the past.
Yeah, I we talked about it in preseason when policy came in and said, I'm not extending these guys. You don't want to, miss out or whatever he said. And I said, this is nobody's going to talk about it, but this is just an incredibly huge season for LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst. Now, given that they're starting 5-3-1, and have I would say one of the better defenses in the NFL, maybe the best defense in the NFL. There is a little. I think he has. There's a little crutch to stand on. Like, hey, we have pieces. Like, we can win games. So at what point does it become this offense is not carrying on? And I guess it's been 3 games, like I said, that they've lost. But I mean, you finish playoffs, right? Playoffs, nobody's getting I don't think anybody gets fired this year, right? Playoffs, nobody's getting fired into next year. Like, next year is a year that shit hits the fan. That's season 9 of The Office in my mind.
Maybe it depends on how we end it. I think it's fully up in the air. The thing is, I don't know how you move on from head coach and don't move on from general manager at the same time.
Right.
That's my personal opinion. And like we said, right when the Micah Parsons trade happened, Brian Gutekunst bought himself time with that trade. He just did. And because to the point of, we look around right now, is anybody blaming him for anything right now?
No,
never,
not at all. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because
how can you not?
It's crazy because I've seen people, and I'm not going to name names, but say the offensive line is trash. Okay, well, there are 2 scenarios to this then. Either the coaching staff can't develop offensive line, right? Or Gutekunst can't draft offensive line for shit early in the draft. It's one or the other.
Regardless, I think not being able to draft offensive line is less of a sin than overly paying for a free agent.
That's true too. Aaron Banks has been awful.
And I know Elton Jenkins has been hurt, but like Elton Jenkins, Aaron Banks, and Zach Tom are 3 of the highest paid linemen in the whole fucking league.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I think Jenkins is having to do too much. So he's been hurt, and I don't think he's getting maximized. It's just like, okay, we need you to play there. Aaron Banks, I said was bad when I first read the notification, much less reading the tweet that we signed him. Like, it wasn't even, and I'm not saying I know a lot. You know what I mean? I think I do. But Aaron Banks has never been good. It's not even like he's been fine. He's never been good anywhere. And the only thing that's been notable about him is that he's injury prone. Comes to Green Bay, he's bad. He's injury prone. But luckily, he gets to sleep on a big mattress full of money now. That's the only difference about him.
Yeah, I hate to be the guy that said, hey, if I was GM, I'd do this. But if I was GM, like, just get the good players on your team.
Just pay the good offensive lineman. Right. That's it. If you can't draft them, just pay them.
Well, and on top of that, too, I mean, again, good job getting Micah Parsons, right? Nate Hobbs, that's we knew that, too. I don't think he's been as bad as Aaron Banks, but, I mean, he's not even getting fucking snaps right now because he can't play. So,
and it feels like that was the last resort.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we knew I think most people knew he's a cornerback, too, at best. So, what's up with all the money there, too?
Regardless, even if he was good, let's say even if he was average, like Packers cornerback room would still be bad.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. The things that are showing up for the Packers this year that are major weaknesses that are causing losses, people are discovering it, pointing it out, and feeling good that they are able to identify the problem, right? But absolutely none of these things should be a surprise, because none of these things are things we're talking about for the first time.
No.
So that's why I just don't get it. And there's only so many times we can talk about stuff before you got to do something, right?
Well, I mean,
and Ed Policy, I think, is willing to fucking pull the trigger. That's my thing. I think he's willing to do so. So if he is, put your nuts on the table. Let's go.
Well, at the same time, I mean, how many times can we talk about it? Luke, you alluded to this last time. How many times we've been talking about fucking special teams, and we've changed nothing in terms of getting guys in special teams that can play. We're playing kickers hurt. I mean, again, these aren't special teams coordinator things. These are head coach, GM running the organization things. So we're still talking about that. And that's not even the biggest problem we have, I don't think, anymore.
The way they've handled McManus is weird.
It's wild.
Yeah, like I'm not even sure fully what to make of it, to be completely honest, other than I feel like this is me fully speculating. This is me not fully blaming him for this. Don't make it feel like I'm this biased, because I'm not this biased. But to me, it feels like the Packers don't want to waste 2 roster spots on 2 kickers. So that's why they've booted substitute teacher out to make Brandon McManus kick, because they feel like they need to use a roster spot for somebody else. And if that's the case, that's Brian Gutekunst. Like, he's not willing to put him on IR and pay another kicker and use a roster spot if it's not going to be on IR,
Well, and at the very least, don't have fucking McManus go to the Manning cast and say, this is the first time I feel moderately healthy, and it's week 3 of you kicking. Like, that's insane, too. At least keep it in-house.
Yeah. There's been weird decisions with special teams. There's been a full dysfunction in terms of cohesion on this entire team that includes special teams, in that, like, I think we've talked about this enough where I'm going to speak for you guys and say we all think Daniel Whelan's the best player on the Packers.
Yeah.
At the very least, he's like the best at his position versus the average player at that position. Yep. You know what I mean? So now Matt LaFleur is being extra aggressive on offense, and we're going for it on 4th downs a lot more. This isn't the year to do that, brother. Like, and I don't want to be the guy to now be like, no, now don't be aggressive. But we're taking our best player off the field instead of forcing an opposing team to go 90 yards versus our defense, which is finally good. This is the year to lean on the defense, to lean on the punter. That's why you have those 2 pieces in place. And if that's the case, no one's going to score against us if they have to go 85, 90 yards against that defense. They're just not going to.
They won like 5 games last year because of that.
Yeah. So, like, why would we be going for it on 4th down and putting the ball in the hands of a quarterback that we don't have trust in, just to say, hey, this is your Super Bowl moment. This is your age 27 moment, which is all of a sudden a big deal because we keep beating the fucking drum about being 27 years old. And, like, this is the time that he gets over the hurdle. Like, we don't need to create these moments. Maybe, just maybe, he can be a game manager for a good football team instead of saying, hey, let's let I almost said Joe Flacco for some reason. I don't want Joe Flacco. Let's let Jordan Love sling it. Let's let him air it out. Let's release the reins here. Let's release the leash, because that's not the answer for this football team. That's not how this football team wins. It's not putting it in the hands of Jordan Love. I can promise you that.
Well, and at the very least, if you are, put the best guys on the field that'll give you a chance to win. What was it, the 4th and 5 or whatever? Like, they had Musgrave and fucking Melton as the top 2 options. The guy who just moved a defensive back. I mean, if you're going to do that, which in itself is stupid, you need your damn playmakers on the field.
Yeah. LaFleur essentially said they need to have Bo Melton on the field to take the top off the defense. So he's playing decoy as Matthew Golden, because Matthew Golden's not there, which also admits essentially that Matthew Golden's just playing decoy. And then Jordan Love's throwing to the decoy. So there's a lot of things that are sort of the issue there. But also, I hate to say this out loud, but Christian Watson's been playing some pretty good football. Like maybe let him be the deep threat. Maybe let him run a variety of different routes. And there's plays in this game. If we want to watch some film, like even early in this game, Christian Watson had moments where he could have made a play, just throwing the ball. Like he beat his guy. He could be the difference between this Packers offense being fully stagnant and being a big play threat. He's good. He's playing really good football right now against every bit of me who wants to say he's a soft, broke ass bitch.
People aren't
I
going to
still
like
think
that.
he is. Won't like which part?
That he's playing good football. People are very hung
I know.
up that ball hit him in the head and he was playing defense on it.
Oh, that one? Yeah. Yeah. Packer fans are lucky that Christian Watson, it looked stupid, but like, what else is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like he had to get the ball out of there, man. Like Jordan Love just threw it up. That's early in the game too, I believe. I think like the first quarter. Yeah. And we can look at it in a second. If you're throwing a deep ball, this is high school shit, man. You're throwing a deep ball, throw it outside the fucking numbers.
Yep.
Like instead of throwing, let's give my guy a 1-on-1. Jordan Love said, no, I have so much confidence in Christian Watson. Let's make it a 2-on-1. Let's throw it right in the middle of the field.
That's some J.R. Smith shit.
Yeah, like what are we doing? This is basic shit. And that's the type of stuff where who's to blame for that? Is it Matt LaFleur to blame for the development, or is he a lost cause? And that's a legitimate question, because that's the question on whose fault this is here. It just is.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it a quarterback coach? Maybe.
John Mannion,
I don't know.
new quarterback coach is here, right? John Mannion?
Yeah. What's his face retired? Can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Rodgers' old coach.
You guys, I'm sorry because that was good. That was good conversation there. This just pops in my head. Did either of you guys watch the Manning cast?
No, I haven't really watched it at all this year.
Okay. I didn't watch it. I was just curious who they had on as like the Packer fans. Like they always bring on like celebrity fans of the team.
Well, they had the Disney CEO Bob Iger on there in a Packers sweatshirt, so that was funny.
That
Really?
sucks. That
Yep.
that the Packers are like associated with Disney right now.
Because we're a Mickey Mouse bullshit.
I think
franchise
it's
right now.
worse for Disney to be associated with us in that game.
Well, people can't watch. So they brought the ESPN guy or the Disney guy on to show to something that people can't watch because of him.
Yep.
That makes sense.
So we had Bob Iger was first. Quinta Brunson.
No idea.
He's producer, co-writer, star of Abbott Elementary.
Yep.
And then Shane Gillis was on.
And he's Eagles.
Yeah, Shane Gillis is great.
Bad 3 for what should like that primetime Monday night game.
To be fair,
fine, but like, what's the first two?
Like bring on Timberlake.
Quinta Brunson's pretty famous, but I think it's different. If you take the Disney CEO out, we'd be looking at her and being like, whatever. It's not a big deal.
This is me as someone who does not watch television, but don't know who the fuck she is. I'm going to speak on behalf of football fans. Are football fans be like, yes, let's watch her?
No, definitely not. But they'll be like, oh, that's cool. Maybe if you're from Philly, definitely. But
like
she's from Philly.
I'm pretty sure they filled a lot of those episodes like during Philly games and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, really?
How do we not get Lil Wayne on?
I don't think we need him on.
Well, it's better than Bob Iger.
That's true.
Anybody is, man. Like there's Packer fans out there.
How do we not get Will Ferrell on?
Will Ferrell? Is he a Packer fan?
I think so. I don't like him, but like Anthony Davis is a Packer fan.
Get him on the Dallas bench too. That would have been fantastic. Like during the game.
Yeah.
I guess they were playing the Bucs at that time, huh?
That would have been a beautiful combination there.
I did. And this is media malpractice on my part. I had my computer out watching the Bucs game up in the press box, not paying any attention to the Packer game.
At some point, you just got to give up. Okay, we'll jump into a little bit of film here. We'll look at a couple plays, but let's talk about the Giants really quick. Again, Giants just fired their head coach, so the classic head coach bump. head coach fired bump is in play here.
Is it?
However, the bigger worry I would say is the Packers just had a big injury to Elton Jenkins, and we're going to MetLife, so we need to leave this game healthy.
And their front seven's good. Brian Burns will fuck us up.
All of them will.
What's the census, the player collective about the feeling about Dable? Like, did they like Dable?
I think so. Yeah,
it feels like
in my opinion. From the people who have spoke, I haven't heard anything negative. I've heard positive things, but yeah, I don't think he's lost the locker room. I just think the owner's dying of cancer and he wants to do something. He wants to win now.
That's fine. But in terms of like, usually you see a coach get fired and team kind of rallies around it because everyone hated him. Like, this feels like it's going to be sad. Like this, like, I'm not going to say the Packers are going to come out and beat them by 50, but it feels like that the Giants season might be dead after this.
You say that, but Jameis Winston was singing at a press conference.
I know. It's incredible that they have him because, to be honest, like, the Giants are without, like, probably the two biggest fan favorites on their teams right now, right, with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo out. So they need something to rally around. I guess Jameis is the perfect guy for that.
Yeah. I have Malik Willis on top of that, too.
I have never seen a player get more washed more quick than fucking Russell Wilson. The moment I saw him enter that Bears game, I'm like, Bears won. Bears won. Like, I have less confidence in him. Like, he's at Nate Peterman level right now. I don't know what happened.
Just like, I don't know. He left Seattle. He's like playing himself out of the Hall of Fame.
People's just stopped. His big thing, he was a tremendous leader at one point in his career. He was insane. He inspired people. And then once the stories came out and all of that, he had no riz, man. And so it's like nothing left.
Incredible about Russell Wilson. Like, people love NFL players that are just horrible people, right? And, that go commit crimes, whatever. People fucking hate Russell Wilson because he's corny, and that is so funny.
Yep. Just fake.
Yeah.
He's a movie quarterback. He just feels like he's acting. He's pretending to be a quarterback.
Probably the nicest guy ever. Got a good family life and everything. Just despised in the NFL community.
100%.
Which is crazy coming from a guy drafted in the 3rd round out of Wisconsin.
You're right.
Like, that's the most likable you could possibly be.
Right.
You would think so. Even Wisconsin people hate him.
Yeah.
Like, he turned everybody. It's pretty incredible. Okay, so going into this game, I lost the spread. I do believe the Packers were favored by 6.5. I'll look that up in a second.
I do believe you're right.
I have it right here. So Packers are favored by 6.5, 43.5 over under. So low scoring, big favorite. They did open as 7.5 point favorites. So again, moving in favor of the Giants here. Packers injury report again. Elton Jenkins on IR. Sounds like done for the season.
Bad.
Very bad. Very bad. So Sean Ryan will play center. He played very well at center. He's played well all season long, but that means Jordan Morgan has to be on the field, and Aaron Banks also has to be on the field at the moment. I still would put Monk. I'd put Monk over. Pick your poison. Doesn't really matter. I'd probably put him over Banks. I think Banks is worse than Jordan Morgan, in my opinion. Not that either are competent human beings at all. Who's the guy who I said I wouldn't let bag my groceries? Royce Newman. Let's see what Royce Newman's up to, man. Like, maybe he can come play.
No, Oren Burks.
I dislike Oren Burks too, but it was for sure Royce Newman who I was talking about. Oren Burks is bald since leaving Green Bay.
Yes, quietly, yes.
Seems to be a trend. Nate Hobbs did not practice today with a knee injury. Lucas Van Ness is still not practicing with a foot injury. Everybody else limited or full participants, not really worried about that. Giants. I'm just going to name all these players who did not practice today. There's a lot of them.
Yep.
Jackson Dart, quarterback. Graham Gano, kicker. Chauncey Golston, D-end. Neville Hewitt, linebacker. Evan Neal. They list him at tackle. I think he's technically a guard. Tyler Nubin, safety. Rakeem Nunez Roches, D-tackle. Bobby Okereke, linebacker. Darius Slayton, wide receiver. And Kayvon Thibodeau, edge. So if we can get a couple of those defensive guys not to play, that would be pretty nice. That would be fantastic news. even if it's just Kayvon Thibodeau and like Newbin. Let's just get a couple of those guys out of there. I'd love that. But yeah, big old injury report there.
I also
would say, what do the Giants have to play for? And maybe they will just sit.
Younghoe Koo, I heard, was not at practice as well.
Really? Okay. What's he up to? Are we nervous about that?
I saw the Giants reporter. He tweeted out, and I don't know if you can find it, Zach. I think Matt Schneiderman quote tweeted it, but he had all the injuries and like his player, and then in parentheses injury, and it was Younghoe Koo not practicing, and then in quotations was or in parentheses was a question mark.
Interesting. I'm scrolling Schneidman right now, but interesting. What? Oh. It sounds like the Packers are potentially getting another kicker on roster.
That's fun.
Oh, we're going to carry 2 kickers.
Yeah.
Cool.
So no McManus.
No, it sounds like we are going to stick with McManus because LaFleur said he's been healthy enough and good enough to kick, but we will have the second one.
Interesting.
You know, you're only as good as your backup kicker.
You know what they say? If you got 2 quarterbacks, you got none. If you got 2 kickers, you have one, but he's on your bench.
To be fair, I've seen people give McManus shit this week. What did he do?
Nothing.
Yeah, 61 yards in the cold. I mean, it looked bad, but like if he just missed it short, nobody cares.
Yeah, well, he missed it short first and then knew what he had to do. And then I don't know. I didn't really go back to look at it. I don't know if it just came off his foot wrong or if he just knew he had to fucking hammer it to make it go through. And, you know, it's just volatile. That's my guess. But
a lot of weird,
it's a bad hold.
A lot of weird kicking things going on lately. Punters, kickers, balls are coming off the foot weird.
The wind's picking up and punters continue to drop it really high. Yeah. So it keeps moving. And I don't know why they're not adjusting.
I'd say a key to this game is special teams too, because the Giants punter was dog shit against Chicago. Like that was one of the most pathetic games I've ever seen. He couldn't even kick a ball in bounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Braden Mann or whatever for the Eagles is lucky Philadelphia won that game.
Yeah.
Because he would be getting a lot of shit, a couple bad ones. Yeah, special teams will for sure be key. I assume this game's close.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Are you guys fine with that kick at the end of the game instead of going for the Hail Mary? Like I think I am. Just I think percentage wise you probably have a better chance of making a kick than completing a Hail Mary. But as a fan, of course you want to see the Hail Mary.
After first off, we kick it, it's short, and then the play where we have one person in the flat and everyone knows where we're going, that was stupid.
Yeah.
But if we were not going to pick up a couple yards, I think I would probably just bait a pass interference.
Yeah.
Like I would chuck it deep and just try to pull a pass interference call.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, just knowing McManus, like I don't think he had any more to give.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Well, and on top of that too, like just the optics, you don't go for 57, you don't go for 59, but you go for 61. Like that alone is, and also like how much money are you paying Jordan Love? And you're going for McManus over him in that sense. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong move, but optics wise, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, and
$55 million.
I've been told Jordan Love's one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL too.
Yep, second highest paid quarterback who hasn't thrown a touchdown in the last 2 weeks.
Not bad company to be in. Do we just want to give our Giants predictions and then watch a couple plays? I guess I don't know. Jameis Winston scares the shit out of me. I will say that. Last time Packers played Jameis Winston was that Saints blowout week 1. He had 5 touchdowns against the Packers and got to coast. He played the Packers one other time as a member of the Buccaneers. He had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Packers are one of 5 teams to never get an interception from Jameis Winston. So we'll see if that changes on Sunday.
Got to get out of that.
Got to get one. Jameis's press conference, I don't know how much to take seriously, but he's like, I'm going to try my hardest. So it feels like he's not giving a shit. So
yeah. He's playing ball with the boys.
Speaking of
Oh,
Russell
man.
Wilson, it's crazy how they swapped. Like he was yelling shit, he was stealing crab legs, and now we're looking at this man like the second Messiah just because he's funny and he's authentic.
Yeah, and they're really not saying that much different over the past like 3 years. They've been the same person. It's just Jameis has been more authentic and more loud.
I don't know, man. There's something a lot better than eating your fingers in a W than there is about doing jumping jacks on a plane.
And also,
True.
the Lord has blessed me speech in Cleveland was an all-timer.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get a pregame speech. It's gonna be incredible stuff. It's gonna be really, really good stuff. I think the Packers win though.
Yes, I do.
I think we run the ball. I think they run the ball okay in this game. I think we run 2 tight ends almost exclusively, and we just beat the shit out of them. That's my guess. And I think the defense has a good day too. So I'm gonna go Packers win 20 to 10.
The under's gonna hit for sure.
I don't know. It's Jameis. He might pass for fucking 5 touchdowns. I don't know.
What's the over-under again? I'm sorry.
44.5, I think. Or maybe it's 43.5.
Oh, the number that came
43.
to my mind was the score that came to my mind was 27-17. So I guess right on that number in favor of Green Bay.
Because if the Giants, by the way, Green Bay's pass rush didn't really do a ton in that last game. Like if the Giants block it up, Jameis is going to pass all over us. But can they block it up? I don't think they can. But could they?
I don't think they can.
I don't think they can either.
Who has a better chance though? The Lions offensive line against the Packers or the Packers offensive line against the Giants? Because the Giants have some dogs on that team.
On their
I'm not
offensive
saying the
line?
Packers don't, but yeah.
Oh, you mean Giants have a good front, a defensive 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're good. But I believe the defensive coordinator's elevated to head coach.
Oh.
Which I never love. Just that's going to take some pressure or some attention away from his defense. That's not great.
Yeah. I'll go 17-15 Giants. Like I want to pick the Packers. I have nothing that tells me you can pick the Packers at this point. And Jameis Winston is like Joe Flacco when he beat us as Cleveland, and he almost beat us after 2 days in Cincinnati. Like, do not be mistaken. He is dangerous, and he will kill you.
But Flacco's actively not trying to throw interceptions.
That's true. And
Jameis,
Flacco has never been colorblind that he doesn't know who the defender is.
Right. Yes. If it's a fourth quarter game with Flacco, like tie game fourth quarter, we're going to lose. If it's a tie game with Jameis, I think we win.
To be fair, Jameis Winston was the quarterback who took over for Derek Carr in Love's comeback win in 2023.
Okay.
That doesn't mean shit, but he was the
Where's
quarterback.
Young Wei Koo?
I have no memory of that game.
He was on the Saints.
Correct. I don't think that's correct. Let's see. I got his entire game log up here.
I don't have any memory of the Packers ever playing the Saints other than Randall Cobb.
Oh, you're right.
They were down 17-0 going into half. Everybody was booing off the field, and because that was right after we lost to Atlanta in week 2. And then Jordan Love threw the low balls that were pass interferences.
Well,
and then Groupie missed a field goal. That's the only reason they won that game.
Yep. I remember that. No.
Packers scored all 18 of their points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Thanks to what? Oh, never mind. It was also labeled backwards. I thought it said Jordan Love caught a touchdown, but no, he threw it to Samori Toure.
And the thing that people forget is the Saints' best safety was out that game.
I mean, as is the case. So whenever the Packers play a team, their best player gets hurt or they aren't playing. Last week, we got lucky with Lane Johnson, but he ended up somehow playing at the end of the game. Not sure how. Okay. Let's go out
Drew Brees football. You got to play Drew Brees football against front 7. Play exactly what you did against the Steelers. That's what they should have done the last 2 games. That's not what they're doing. Just take the 5-yard hitches the entire way down the field if you can't run the ball.
I mean, they're open. Like, we just got to throw the ball. Jordan Love will look at the guy. Let's watch some pass plays. How about that?
Let's do it.
Let's see here. Let's go just passes. As soon as it loads, we're going to be cooking. Good job, NFL Plus. You got this. Don't go too fast now.
Combos? You guys in on combos?
I love combos.
I do too.
What's your favorite combo?
Probably the pepperoni pizza. I like the pretzel crust more than just like the regular.
I agree. Isn't there like a buffalo blue cheese one that's pretty good?
Yeah, that one's all right.
And then there's like a 7-layer dip one.
Oh, I don't know if I've had that.
I don't think I'm making that up. Okay. Now we got this. Okay, here we go. So
Trevor, you're muted.
Damn it. Weekly tradition.
Can we see everything good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have it on the first play? Okay, we got just passes here. Let's just see what's going on. If we need to switch it to the end zone camera, we can.
Zach, you want to move our pictures again this time?
Oh, I asked if you could see everything. Where would you like them to be?
I don't know. I think our pictures are fine.
Well,
this is where we move.
Well, some of the receivers at the top are being blocked.
Yeah,
we will never, ever, ever throw to the receiver at the top of the screen.
That's fair.
Trust
Keep
me.
wording.
Don't you? Don't fucking worry. If there's someone open, I'll let you know. There was actually. So I'm guessing Christian Watson, where I'm at right here, is covered. Where my mouse is. You see that or no?
I see.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, if the timing was right, that would have been a very easy pass to the completion at the sticks. But we see what happens here. Josh Jacobs sneaks out. This is a perfectly fine play. Pass for 6 yards. Nothing. There is stuff available. Didn't decide to do it, but
that's Drew Brees football.
Yeah, I'll take 6 yards every single play.
3 yards every play. Win the game.
Football plays doing that. We do not need to watch this. I don't know what the shortcut is. This is the same play. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing crazy. Okay. We need to get to that deep ball. That's what I'm excited to watch. Ooh, here's a good one. We do not need to watch it from whatever. We'll watch it, I guess. Here's a sack. We need to watch it from the other view, though.
Yeah. The initial thought on this is that corner road is just blatant, is just incredibly wide open.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just see at the protection, see if it's an offensive line problem or if it's potentially a problem that we need to direct towards Matt LaFleur instead of Jordan Love, you know?
81.
Okay, so 4-man rush. We have a tight end blocking a defensive end out there with Rasheed Walker just backing him up. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We got center guard on D tackle here. We got Jordan Morgan one-on-one with looks like Jalen Carter. That's a decision. And then we got Zach Tom on the D end here. You can see, oh my God, this is such a good freeze frame. What has been my criticism with Zach Tom for his entire career?
Catches, doesn't punch.
That, and he just doesn't have the length. If he's going to play someone who is long and big on the outside, he's just going to lose that battle 10 times out of 10, especially later on in his career when he can't rely on his speed. Look at this. He's not even touching him. Like, it's part of it that he's catching it, but like the Steelers defensive end already is fully extended. Zach Tom's hands are fully off of his body. I think he makes the sack. Like, I think this is the easiest thing of all time. Let's watch a little further. Yeah, he backs him wide up. You can do hands to the face if you want to. You can call hands to the face on every play, by the way. But here's the thing here. Because he's beating Zach Tom on his inside, like maybe this isn't open, but we got man coverage down the field. Jordan Love should be able to just scramble right here.
Mm-hmm.
He does not. What does he do? He dances a little bit longer. Zach Tom gets beat on the inside. Aaron Banks turned, fully left his guy. Looking to the sideline for a call, I guess. What did he do there? Okay. That's fine. I'm sure Jenkins did a call like, I got him. What he did is just pass him off, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
It just looks stupid. So he passed him off. What I would coach at this point is find somebody. You know what I mean? Or like look behind you really quickly to see what Jordan Love's doing, because you could make a call to Love, see if Love wants to scramble here, and you could be a lead blocker. Because if he turns and blocks him here, Love can escape here. But he didn't do that. He instead put his hand up and told him to stop talking, I guess. And then Zach Tom, his end forces him out. Jordan Love panics a little bit. Rasheed Walker's guy makes a sack. That's not on Rasheed Walker.
No, it's a Zach Tom play.
I mean, come on now. What is this? We're going to count here. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7. Okay, so that can't be on the offensive line like after 3 seconds at that point. So get the ball out. Find somebody. There's people open. There's running lanes. Do something.
It's man coverage. There's people open.
Yeah, do something. If you can't throw it, you have a running lane, especially there, up until Aaron Banks completely stopped. Oh, God. Okay, so this is that deep. Let's start over. Okay, so this goes back to the beginning of the stream. If you're throwing a deep ball to your guy one-on-one, you throw it outside the numbers, so then it's either an incompletion or it's a catch. Like, you give your guys some space to work the sideline. Let's see what Jordan Love does with Christian Watson. Lets it go. That's fine. Christian Watson, I would say, should battle outside here. He's not doing that. That's on him. But even still, he's throwing it, directs him inside. As, like, I don't know how you throw that ball there. Look how much sideline there is, man. He throws it up and says, hey, let's throw it into triple coverage. And then all Christian Watson can do is play defense. It looked super, super stupid when you get the zoomed in replay of Christian Watson. And he is partially to blame here, but it's not fully. He made a good play at the end.
Sorry, I'm just waiting to see this from the end zone view.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a better idea of what Jordan Love saw here. No, looks like we didn't. Okay. Yeah, just, and again,
Dan Hillstone is giggling back there.
This is the issue with Jordan Love, though. I don't know if that was a bad decision or if he can't throw.
Probably a little of both, right?
I don't know. I truly don't know, because I know his ball placement's arguably the worst in the NFL. Like, because he throws to where the person is, not to where they're going usually. So that's why on like slant routes, it's behind him. Like he just has no anticipatory skills and he's inaccurate. So for that, did he try to throw it outside the numbers and then just floated? I don't know.
If you're going to do that, you got to be Michael Penix and just rip rockets.
Yeah, but Jordan Love doesn't do that. He underthrows deep balls usually. Luckily, he overthrew that one. Okay, we got a incomplete in the middle here. Let's see. Oh, it just got batted down. I mean, that should have come out a little earlier, but
it's a good play, defensive lineman.
It's a good play on the defensive lineman. That's a bad play on Elton Jenkins. You got to hit him. You see him back up there, you have to attack him.
There, go after him.
Yeah, if you hit him in the gut, his hands go down. So, yeah, you can't do that, especially if you know what the play is. Hit him instead of just letting him tee off. That sucks. Let's see. Is there anything good? Any pass plays we want to take a look at here?
Can I see his fumble at the end of the half?
Possibly, yes. Let's see.
I think it was a pass, right?
Play result, fumble. Get rid of pass play. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
I thought it was end of the half. Maybe I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. That was a different one.
I thought it was end of the half. He got sacked and he fumbled.
Well, what happened on this?
It almost looks like
Jacobs grabs it, but I mean, this is a pass play. I get maybe it's RPO.
Definitely. It can't be an RPO. If it's an RPO, that's terrible because Jordan's not looking.
Unless, like I thought it was pass just because receivers go up, but it's probably just running them off. This is a run play.
Yeah, so the play I was thinking of it was 31 or 38 seconds left in the first half. Had it on the Philly 27. He got sacked for -9, fumbled.
Okay, that's fine. This isn't a run. This isn't a run.
This is an right.
Look at the guard.
Yeah,
he pulls to block the end. Jordan Love's supposed to come out here. That he's giving him time on the right side.
And the tight ends go out.
Yeah, this is at best an RPO.
How could this possibly be a fumble on the exchange then? Someone was off there.
Jacobs looked ready to block.
Yeah, so why would he try to grab the ball?
Well, his hands go out after though. He's doing a fake.
Right.
I wonder, look at Love's arms. It looks like he's almost surprised he's there that quick.
Maybe some mistiming.
Maybe, yeah. This is an RPO. This is just a straight up play action. Unless Jordan Love's not looking at the read, which is possible. But I don't think so. I think it's just a play action movement. Potentially he just didn't get out of the way. Because that's a criticism later in the half, by the way, or at the end of the game. Why isn't Jordan Love going under center? It's because he doesn't have the footwork to do so. People are criticizing Matt LaFleur for it. We talked about that last week.
Yep.
Okay. I'm guessing we have another fumble here. Yeah. Here we go.
No, this isn't it. What the fuck? Crazy.
This was a stop on 4th down out of gun.
Yeah. When Jacobs said he tried to pitch it back.
Yeah, which is fine. That's fine for Jacobs fumbling on this.
Yeah. Huh.
Trying to make a play.
Maybe they didn't count as a fumble. It was a turnover on downs because it was a. Maybe that's what they classified it as.
You said when it was, though?
Yeah, 31 seconds left in the first half.
Okay.
38 or 31. So a little lower.
Oh.
There it is. Jordan Love sacked. Oh, wait, no. The one after. Yeah, there we go. I'm wondering if it was a protection thing or if this is on Jordan Love.
We'll watch it from this view first, I guess. Just to get the context here. I mean, that's on Jordan Love.
And a bad fumble you cannot have.
Yeah, right. Yeah, situation and everything. But yeah, this is on Jordan. I wish we had the end zone camera from the other way, but
doo-doo brains.
Eagles rush 5 on this time. Let's see how Aaron Banks and Josh Jacobs handle it. Josh Jacobs did all he could.
Yeah, well, I guess
he's not stopping Nakobe Dean.
No, and I guess he kind of slowed him up maybe a little bit. I don't know. He somehow got a speed boost from it.
Yeah, he just bounced right off him.
Well, I mean, the whole offensive line just gets pushed back.
Musgraves comes open right here. The ball needs to be out.
And why are you trying to throw it to Jacobs?
One Mississippi right there. He's looking
straight at him.
Yeah. Offensive line, like everyone was in their spot. Eagles are just better man on man. But Sean Ryan passed off Carter to Morgan. That was a good pass off. And then he helped with Banks. This was really good by Sean Ryan.
Now, my only thought, I think we'd have to look at the sideline to see it. Did he see Blankenship and thinking he was going to come up and pick off that route? I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, is that what he was maybe looking at? He's way too far out. It shouldn't matter anyways.
Either way, just throw a fucking rocket in there.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was that far back from that angle.
Regardless, like just watch when it's open. Like
right now.
Yeah, like what are we doing? If you didn't want to go here, you have options, man.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean,
look
even
at Romeo
now,
Dobbs.
he's just breaking on it and still not there. So, yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Watson.
This is what we got. Yeah. A good quarterback who can make an accurate pass that has a touchdown here.
That's an Aaron Rodgers special right here. Yeah.
Look at this. Throw it here. Throw it in the end zone here where literally nobody else can get it. And that's a panic throw. You can panic throw it through the back of the end zone.
And that's one too. You have Christian Watson against what, maybe a linebacker there. He's the closest one, or maybe the safety. Even if you throw a jump ball, right? Christian Watson's, you gotta have faith he's gonna win that.
So can you go?
You would have faith, but there's so much room. It shouldn't even be a jump ball. There's so much space here.
Can you stop it right as Love starts to panic?
Yeah.
So right,
I assume here.
No, keep going.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Keep going.
Right there.
A little bit more. Stop. Right there. Josh Jacobs.
Right.
Yeah. Just a little shovel pass.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he saw him or whatever. He ultimately tries to get there late. But still, if your eyes are anywhere, I'll be generous and say, I mean, yeah, like he's under pressure here. That's when he should be getting it to Watson. So it makes sense why he didn't get him. But Musgrave's open here, man.
Yeah, yep.
He's still open.
And what was it? Was it like 4th and 7 at that time? I mean, he might not get the first down, but that's at least pretty much a guaranteed field goal.
Second and 10. But
second down, that's even worse.
Regardless, end of half, inside field goal range. You have to. I mean, 0-0.
Yeah, just look at all that space. Like if you can just shovel to Jacobs, look at all that space that Jacobs can run with.
And you have a timeout. Even if you take a sack here, you're still fine. You're not great, but you're fine.
Okay, so here's my question. How can we blame Matt LaFleur for this one? Let's figure it out.
That's true.
Because we got to do that. That's the narrative. So I can't believe Matt LaFleur told him, Jordan, you need to hold the ball at least 5 seconds. We got to milk the clock here.
No, see,
that's what he told him, right?
It's on LaFleur to not know. They're obviously sending 5, so Musgrave has to chip. And that would have given more time to get Watson open over the middle.
I mean, potentially, but they didn't bring 5 there. They brought 5 here.
Yeah, but he should have known that. Matt LaFleur. Come on, man.
That's true. Honestly, that's a good point. What I would have done if I was the coach, honestly, I would potentially bring Christian Watson on the longest trap block of all time.
Or he's so fast, he can beat anybody on the outside. Why is he not running a drag route?
It's a great point.
Because
fake the go and run a drag.
The white linebacker here, I think that's Blonde. He's flat-footed.
Yeah.
You run a drag, he's running right around him.
It's a great. That's that's a Tyreek Hill route.
This is a great play design. In all honesty, this is a really good play design. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Matt LaFleur, if you want to use it, you have to call it the Flurry Special. I don't make the rules.
How can anybody watch this game and be like, yeah, LaFleur's for sure most to blame, man? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know, man. Anything else we want to watch? This is bumming me out.
Wait, do we want to watch the missed field goal? That could be fun.
Can you just click a random play before you do that? See what we can dissect out of it.
This is a good play. Just so we don't have to do only negative. Let's watch a good play. I want end zone camera. Okay. Running play. My bread and butter.
Out of pistol, like we've talked about.
Yep. I mean, this is what we need to do. And honestly, if you want to look at the end of the game, I hate running out of gun anyways. So that's what we should do next. We should watch the play where the Eagles were screaming inside zone. And Jordan Love said, oh, you're right. It is an inside zone. Let's run it right at them. And it's in the gun. If you run a inside zone out of gun on 4th down, you deserve to never play football again. Like, it's so stupid. But we can't run it under center because Jordan Love would get tripped up because his feet are back. But here we got 3 down, couple edge out wide. I like this from the Eagles. Then we got offset linebackers here. I don't know where we're running it, but they have the offset linebackers to the strength. Obviously, we got that fullback there. If I'm the Packers, like if we bring him over, again, I have no idea what this play is. Natural running lane here. Ooh, nice little shift. Okay. Good blocking on the outside by Christian Watson and Musgrave. I think that's Musgrave. Yeah, it is.
Finishing that block.
Musgrave's a great blocker. I was told
Fitzpatrick.
a couple of weeks. Oh, it is Fitzpatrick. Yeah. Regardless, Musgrave had a good blocking game. I was told he was a bad blocker before this game, but okay. So I'm just watching offensive line now. We got Rasheed Walker. Eagles actually helped the Packers out a lot here.
Yeah.
Eagles do that little shift. Rasheed Walker gets a natural, just post the shoulder there for Banks. And then it's just easy. It's zone. So post the shoulder. He slides over up to linebacker. Tight ends here. Tight ends going up the back or two. We got the fullback there. We're just creating one-on-ones. So as long as everyone does their job, we're good to go. Fullback almost did not do his job. But there's only so much you can do, I suppose. Yeah, Christian Watson, fantastic block there. Really, really. I hate this, man. He's playing so good right now. What'd you say, Luke?
Can you play this all the way through?
Is Luke here? Yeah, I just did.
Oh,
yeah,
you're delayed, Luke.
Sorry. I'm here. I got to know.
Okay.
Yeah, look at Fitzpatrick finishing that block. That's what I like to see.
Christian Watson almost got his ankle rolled up on. Watch out.
That's the thing. He's so long. He's going to get rolled up on one of these times. Unfortunately. I just want to see how the backside block this. It should be. Interesting. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of the little mini pitch. And then the Eagles aren't really overreacting with their linebackers, so it didn't really do much. But
yeah, I mean that play just everyone step left.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's a pitch, but it's just zone left.
Field goal time, baby.
I want to watch the inside zone first.
It'd be 4th and 1 right there.
Yeah.
This was pretty unbelievable.
End zone cam's going to be good for this one.
Yeah.
So this is why I can't be a coach, because players are calling out, "Hey, inside zone, inside zone." I'd be like, "Yeah, it is an inside zone. Stop us."
Well, yeah, that's my mentality normally, but they have been. That's the issue. Right. It's like if they stop you the first 3 times, you can't say that the 4th time.
It's true.
Because we ran this already on this drive. Yep. But there's so many things about this specific play design that I hate. Like 1, we're in gun. I don't want to run inside zone on a gun. 2, we're offset. I don't want to run offset gun inside zone. Like there's just really nothing about this that is going to work. It just takes way too much time to get the running back up here, especially for an offensive line that notably the entire season has never won the line of scrimmage. If we had bulldozers up front that are creating running lanes, that's one thing, but we don't got that. We need to turn guys and then hit the hole as quickly as possible. That's how we win in the running game. So that's why it's like, if we have a Malik Willis under center running the football, like this running game would be outstanding, I think, right now, but we just don't got that. So they knew the play.
I mean, Morgan just got pushed back.
Is that Jalen Carter who immediately takes out 2 blockers? That's a homo, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Carter made this play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Jordan Morgan just has no chance.
He just caught him.
Here's the thing. So where's the mesh point for this? I hate this fucking play design so much. So we're in gun, we're offset. So where's the mesh point to, that's where we're going to hand the ball off. It's all the way over here.
Yeah, it's Jordan Love's left foot.
Like it's all the way over here. So we're running the ball anywhere except for right here, that's an issue. Like, how are we doing it inside zone? But the way we're blocking it is to run right here. So that means we're going boom, and then we're going back this way. So if we're doing that, we need to fucking destroy this dude.
Yeah.
And it's Jalen Carter. That's never going to work.
This was a counterplay without pulling guards.
Yeah.
Although look what they did on the right. Look what they did on the right side.
Yeah, like it was fine over here. It's because Ajomo like took himself out a little bit.
Yeah,
but that's like we have a double team here, so that's why we should be able to just run right here. And I suppose it's sort of a choice by the running back too. But he really couldn't bounce it here because he's in his lap, man. If we had, I'm just trying to think of a different way we could block it just based on how we're lining up. I don't think so.
Scrap the whole fucking play, man. Inside zone only works in college football and Madden.
The only way this works, and it almost did, like you gotta let Jalen Carter take himself out of the play. If this was a play that the Eagles didn't know, Jalen Carter would have ended up back here. But he knew it, and this is a textbook example of taking up two gaps. And this is what D tackles need to do: force them backwards, get wide, read the play, and certainly did.
How the fuck did we let Jalen Carter get? Well, okay, I answered my own question. I was going to say, how did we let him get to 10? And I forgot he murdered multiple people, but you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, a guy you just drafted good players.
Yeah. How are you going to get into a car crash in Green Bay? Stop it.
Well,
God, I'm still really upset with this play design because it's 4th and what, 1?
Yes.
So we know it's high collisions, close quarters football, right? It's going to happen. The whole play is going to happen in a split second. And the whole play is about wasted movement. Jacobs goes here and then goes here. Eagles go this way. They're going one direction. His momentum's not even going towards the line of scrimmage yet. Still not yet. Still not yet. Now it's going to start. Now he's at a standstill because he had to change directions. And now he's going to have to get up to speed. And fucking Jordan Love's looking for a goddamn pitch back.
That's like, you know what? That's like when the Packers fucked up the snap on that field goal and J.K. Scott wanted Mason Crosby to pitch it back to him. This is the exact same play.
This would be the play to run that stupid ass little half pitch. Like run a half pitch right here. But okay, but the storyline is this. We get to the line of scrimmage, the cameras heard the defensive lineman going, hey, inside zone, inside zone, inside zone. Jordan Love even talked about they're saying inside zone, inside zone, inside zone. That's not on LaFleur. Like LaFleur shouldn't have called it over and over again. I fully agree with that. I think that's a bad play call. I think it's a bad formation. You're a franchise quarterback getting paid $55 million. Make an audible.
That's been my issue with everyone, saying that LaFleur can't call plays, he needs to get play calling duties, whatever. And fine, if you think that, fine, whatever. Quarterback can call plays too.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers called most of them.
Yeah. Offensive lineman can call plays too.
Yeah. I think LaFleur deserves a lot of blame. But if you say LaFleur is the most to blame for this football game, I think you're crazy. Like I just don't think you fully understand. I think Matt LaFleur is handcuffed by his quarterback and general manager because the general manager is wanting him to use his quarterback. So he's not running his full offense. I think he's handcuffed to what he can do because he can't run under center when his entire offense is built on under center play action. Like, I understand you need to adapt to what you got, but like, what is the Packers' identity? They're still a play action team. So now we're a play action team out of gun. That doesn't work. I don't know. It's week 11 and the Packers are searching not just for good football. We're searching for what our identity is. So long road ahead, and it feels like it has the potential to be another wasted season. However, certainly, if we want to be optimistic, we would say week 11, we get to play a bad Giants team, losing their quarterback, losing their head coach. This is a get-right game. And maybe it is.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, correct.
Because after this game, Packers got at Giants, and then they go home against Vikings, at Lions, home against Bears.
Let me tell you,
So it better be a get-right game.
the Bears might take 2.
No, come on.
Bears are the example of, hey, if you see a good offensive lineman and you can't draft them, just go ahead and pay him.
Yeah, get the good players.
The Bears are like
be that game.
The Bears are like the Vikings when the Vikings lost to the Giants in the first round. They were like 13-3 or something. They're not that good. They're winning games, man.
I'm telling you this.
We'll go out on this. So the Packers, I just read their next 3 games after the Giants. The only games left following the Giants that are not divisional is at Denver and home against Baltimore.
They're losing those, both.
We need to pack a lunch because that's a fucking long, physical day on both sides of the football and all 3 phases of the football. Because those teams will play good defense, they'll play good offense. Like at that point, we play the Broncos in a month. Do you not think the Broncos are going to figure it out?
Broncos aren't figuring it out, and they're 8-2.
Yeah,
they're the Packers, except for not incompetent.
They're the opposite score of Packers.
Their defense is showing up. Their offense isn't working, but they make a good decision at the end of the game.
Yep.
And the quarterback doesn't screw them over at the end of the game. And that's all it is. And they can run under center.
Yep.
That's just run the football. That's it. We need to run the football 30 times this game.
Yeah.
We can't save Josh Jacobs anymore.
Correct.
Run him.
So I assume collectively the blame, I imagine we all are going to say the same answer for the blame in being the quarterback, right? But when
I blame Tucker Kraft for getting hurt.
Okay, that's fair. But where do you lead from? You lead from the front. Again, Zach, you mentioned off the top, Brian Gutekunst is getting absolutely nothing for just putting together like one of the worst offenses I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. No matter what way you spin it, like he made the offensive line worse. Yep. And it all starts with the offensive line.
On top of that, made the receiving core much worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can argue that. At the very least, he's just relying on development, which again does not work. But like we know what this offense is, and you need to have a solid offensive line. And we said going into the draft a fucking tackle. Just go and draft a good guy. Didn't do that. Not only did they not do that, they ignored that. And then they overpaid for a guard. So now we are handicapping ourselves going forward with a player who can't even play. And we're hoping Rasheed Walker turns into a guy because we can't pay another tackle because we paid stubby arms on the right side.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
At some point, people will start saying, hey, those guys that just patted themselves to start the show, those pompous assholes, maybe they're right. Yeah. Maybe we should figure that out.
Yeah.
That's what we'll leave on.
My theme of the show has been like, you get the good players. I was so pissed off when we lost Devontae Adams, and he has had like 3 of his 4 best seasons after leaving the Pack. Like he's a good player that you just got rid of for no reason.
Well, all we need to do is this. Let's go into one room this offseason with LaFleur or whoever's running the offense and whoever's running the defense. Talk to Brian Gutekunst. Let's agree on what we want to be. That's it. Let's agree on what the football team's going to be. And then at that point, let's make a strategy for the players to draft and get in free agency. Instead of saying, I mean, they're all in just separate rooms. They're all doing their own thing. Everyone's an independent contractor. That doesn't work. Doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work.
That goes for any business. If everyone's making decisions for themselves for self-preservation, doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Got to be all in. Okay. Well, on that positive note, and with this joyous attitude, we bid you adieu. Have a great fucking week. Goodbye.